Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Danny from The Glittered Rose. Today, for the second episode of Two Ways Tuesdays, we're going to look at two different ways to use the beautiful die set from Spellbinders called Peony Celebration. This gorgeous set was designed by Yana Smakula, and I just love her stuff. I love this die set. I think it's so pretty. It's so me. This time for Two Ways Tuesdays, I thought I would make the focal point the same and just show how you can put things together differently to make two completely different cards, but they still look good together. So if this interests you, please stick around and see how I made them. So this gorgeous set comes with two dies. You get the background die or the border die and the detailed floral die. So I'm going to cut out the border die with vellum, and then I'm going to use the Ohuhu brushed rose metallic cardstock for the borders. So I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to recut it again in white. Now I'm using my smooth white cardstock that's Copic friendly or alcohol marker friendly. Handmade cardstock works so well for so many things. Okay, so I thought I'd show you how I pull my white cardstock out. I've got it cut out and I flip it over. I peel back my magic mat so all the pieces are still attached to the die, if that makes sense. Okay, so then I grab my tape. This is Couture Creations Better Press tape, which is an amazing tape. It doesn't pull the paper at all. Even if it gets wet, it's fantastic. So here I'm just taping down all the little pieces. So when I go to inlay the pieces into my rose gold metallic paper, it will all be together and I won't have to try and jigsaw puzzle it in. Okay, so I've die cut everything out and I am going to colour the flowers using a lovely earthy kind of purple, which I think goes really well with the rose gold metallic outline. The colours that I've chosen are R42, R50 and R70 in my Ohuhu markers. These are fantastic. So when I colour, I use three colours. I go in with my lightest and then my middle and then my darkest for the shadows. And then I'll go over again with my lightest. This just blends it all in and makes it look smooth and transitions between the colours really nicely. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all my new subscribers. It means so much. My channel's only new and every little bit of interaction, whether it's a subscription or a like or a comment, it really helps tell the YouTube algorithms that my content is worth viewing. So if you're getting any value, please hit the like, comment, and even better, subscribe. If you've seen any of my past videos, you know that I like a bargain, and I think that sometimes we need to be a little bit more frugal with what we spend our money on. And this is where the Ohuhus fit in. I think they're fantastic. They're a great alternative to Copics. They don't have the brand name, but I think I like them more than Copics. They've got lots of pigment. They're highly saturated, so it's easy to quickly put down colour. And they work just so beautifully. Okay, so I'm just going to colour these in and I'll be back. I'm a bit of a slow colourer, so you don't need to watch me colouring these for a couple of hours. Okay, so I have now popped the rose gold outline onto the vellum background. I've glued it on using my Belly Arts glue. And these are my flowers that I've coloured in. I think they're going to look quite pretty. Okay, so now it's time to jigsaw the pieces in, and I just pop some glue in the little sections, and then I grab my wax pen and pop the little pieces where they go. So doing it piece by piece from the actual die cut is so much easier than trying to work out where they go. So that's why I tape them from the back. When you finish with your die cuts, remember that you can keep the sticky tape. I just have a line of sticky tape that's stuck to the edge of my desk, so I can reuse them as often as I can before they get all die cut up and ruined, but don't waste them. Okay, I'm just going to jigsaw these into my die cuts off camera, and I'll be back. I just love this inlay effect. Yes, it can be a little time consuming and fiddly, but I love it. I think it's so sweet. I've decided to keep one of my vellum and metallic paper outlines. I think it looks kind of lacy, so I'm going to use that on the background of the first card. And then I've die cut out some pop-up foam from Spellbinders to put behind the main focal piece, just to bring that out. When I'm gluing, I'm trying to be careful just to pop little tiny dots of glue where the outline is, not on the vellum, otherwise it does tend to show. So now just a lot of gluing and pasting, just trying to decide how best the layout will go. And I think sometimes having things on 3 corners rather than 4 works better than having it all even. So I've just made a mess on my cardstock there. I end up cleaning it off with an eraser. So the sentiment I'm going to use is a lovely Spellbinders sentiment. It says, "So proud of you." It's one that I've better pressed previously and I had sitting there, and I just thought the blue worked really well with the blue background. And I'm just auditioning where it goes. I love how some people put the sentiments over the main image, but I just can't do it. I've always got to set it off to the side. I'm worried about blocking the view of the main image. Anyway, so this is it. Maybe not the most original placement, but to my eye it looks good. Time for some enamel dots, and these ones are, I think, Ulta new ones. And I'll go with the purple. I think they match the flower nicely. And I'll just pop them on. Oh, do I want gold? No, purple wins. I'm loving how this card is coming together. I think that the alcohol ink marker against that rose gold just looks so pretty, and the dark blue background, it looks really nice. And this is me just popping it onto a card base, and then this card will be done, and I'm pretty happy with the result, I have to say. I just adore Yana's designs. I think they're so elegant and beautiful. And here we are, all finished. There was some glue leakage, but it's not too bad. I still think that the lacy effect looks nice with the vellum. Okay, on to the next card. Okay, so for this second card, I have cut out an oval using Spellbinders Essential Stylish Ovals. I've also cut a card panel, which is slightly smaller than an A2 card, so there's a white border around it, and 3D embossed it using Spellbinders Tile Reflection 3D embossing folder. I spritzed the cardstock lightly first, just so it softened the fibres in the cardstock so it would emboss easier. And I'm just popping this onto my card front. I've also die cut out a layer for the front of the card out of pop-up foam by Spellbinders, just to give it that extra bit of 3D-ness. I'm just going to glue on my celebration peonies onto my oval and then stick it on the card front. Again, this card is a little bit more simple than the other one, but that's really good. So you spend quite a while colouring and inlaying, but then you make two beautiful cards, and I think it's worthwhile. Okay, so I've decided my sentiment needs to be better pressed, and I'm going in with mulberry because I think that that's the closest ink to the flowers. So I'm just inking up this set from Spellbinders, which is called Always and Forever Sentiments. I'm just going to run it through my die cutting machine to better press it, and then I'll die cut the strips and I'll be back. I think Happy Anniversary would work well on this card, so that's what I'm going with. I'm just auditioning where to place it. Again, I'm not going to be adventurous and place it over my focal. I'll just tuck it away where I think it looks nice and I'll glue it down. There are so many pretty colours with these enamel dots. I think again from Altenew, it's hard to choose a colour, but I'll go with the colour that I think matches or goes well with the background this time, just for something different, and place them where I think that they should go. And here we are, all finished, embellished up, and I have to say I'm quite happy with the card. I think it looks sweet with the oval popped up on foam and having that behind the flowers. It really makes the flowers stand out, and it's really sweet with all the texture and the gold. So thanks so much for tuning in and watching me make these two cards. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you got something useful out of it. If you liked it, please hit the likes button, leave a comment, let me know which one's your favourite, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.